guys, this is a way to show you how to use GeoGebra. So we are going to go ahead and go to georgebra.org, and this is a great tool for us to be able to measure angles and find the lengths of segments without even having to pick up a protractor or a ruler or a compass. So let's get started. You're going to go to this website, you're going to press Start Calculator, and then you're going to have this screen. There are a few things that you may want to do. I would like to start out without a coordinate plane, so I'm going to go to the Settings tool and take off the axis, and I want to make sure that the grid isn't showing as well. So I'm just going to check no grid. There's something else that I'd like you to do. When we're measuring sides and lengths, I think it would be easier for you to look at the numbers if they were just rounded to the nearest whole number. So we can do that by going into the gear on the right hand side, going to Settings again, and then once more on the right hand side, and you will see that the rounding, I have it set to 0 decimal places. The default I think is 13, so you just want to be able to go in, just make sure that it's on 0 decimal places, and then save your settings. Okay, we're ready to get started. So the first thing we're going to do, you're going to notice on the left hand side it looks like a calculator, and then there are some, there's a circle and a triangle. You're going to click that, and this is where the magic's going to happen. We're going to start creating a triangle. So there are various things that you can do with this program. You're going to scroll down to start with, and you're going to start by using the polygon tool. And if you don't see it right away, you might have to click more. And we're going to go down, and there it is. We're going to create a polygon. So you can make a many-sided shape. This one is just going to be a triangle, so we have 3 sides. So 3 points. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so once we have our triangle, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to measure these angles. So then on the left-hand side, I'm going to scroll up until I see the word measure, and I'm going to measure my angles. Once I select it, you want to make sure that you're going in a clockwise direction. I'll show you what happens if you go in a counterclockwise direction. If I want to measure this angle A here and I say BAC, it's going to go around the wrong way, so we don't want that. We're going to go in a clockwise direction, so angle CAB, make sure that the angle that you're measuring is always that middle letter, and then keeping on that tool, I'm going to measure angle B. So it's angle ABC, and then angle C, which is BCA. So you will see that the computer has measured all of these angles for us, and we don't have to use a protractor. All right, so sometimes the angles kind of get in the way. So I'm going to go up to the Move tool, and I'm just going to click on the angle, and then I'm just going to move it next to it. And then you will see that it's a bit more visible. Okay, so when these angles get measured, you're going to notice that the Greek alphabet is used, and this is alpha, beta, and gamma. So don't worry about those are just variables, and they use the Greek alphabet just so that we can distinguish between the point and then the measure of the angle. Okay, so we want to show that these angles always add up to 180 degrees. So what we're going to do is use the calculator tool, and really what we're doing here is we're making a formula for the computer to add up our 3 angles and see what it comes out to. Okay, so you're going to select input, and then you're going to see this little calculator to the left. We want to click that, and then we want to click the ABC, and then you'll notice at the bottom left-hand side, this is where our Greek alphabet is. So we're going to be using that in a little bit. All right, so using my Greek alphabet, I want to add alpha, beta, and gamma. So you're just going to have to find it on the keyboard. So it's going to be alpha plus beta plus gamma, which is right here, and then press enter. And what's happened is you'll see that it is assigned delta to be the sum of the 3 angles, and it comes out to be 180 degrees. So delta is that number that they have, or variable that they've just assigned to the sum of the angles in the triangle. Okay, So that's nice seeing it on the left, but it would be great if we could see it on the screen. So what we're going to do is go to the polygon tool again. And this time we want to write text on the screen. So under media, you'll see the ABC text. You want to click that and then click anywhere that you want it to appear on the screen. And then you can start typing. So I'm going to say the sum of the angles in a triangle. And now this is where we can use the assigned values. So we are going to click advanced. We're then going to use this polygon tool here. And now everything that the computer has assigned is going to appear right on our list. So we don't have to go hunting around for it. So we want the computer to be able to add up alpha, and then we're going to add beta, and we're going to add gamma, and then set it equal to the sum, which the computer assigned it to this delta. And once we've done that, we can just move this up a bit, check OK, and then you will see that this is on the screen. So again, I don't really want it in that spot. I'm going to go to the Move tool, and I'm going to move it over. And so it has added the angles. We can see that it comes out to 180 degrees. And while we're still on the Move tool, I'm going to grab on angle A, and I'm going to have you make 3 different types of triangles. I'll do the first one with you. So I want you to make a right triangle. So, oh, look at that. I'm going to move it over. I have my 90 degrees there. I have my right triangle. And you will see that the sum is still 180 degrees. If I can click on any point, if I click on C, you'll see that the angles change. Take a look at these angles in the formula as well as the ones on the screen, and you'll see that no matter how different the angles become, oh, that's something that you don't want to do because it's measuring the outside. You want to stay below it. And it's always going to be 180 degrees. Actually, this is a great way to show you that if I do go above it, it's still calculating the angle sum, but we know we don't want that because look at what I have on my screen. I have the angle that's moved on from the acute or obtuse angle. So we want to stick below anytime we have this triangle and we have the angles measured inside, it gives us 180 degrees.